What's up guys, welcome back to the channel once again. So guys, I want us to watch this unforgettable and amazing race from Jamaica speed queens Tia Clayton and Shericka Jackson, whereby these speed queens, they came out and really destroy everyone in their field. So guys, let's all watch this video and at the end, then I'll come back with more comment. I'm your host, Team TC Reaction. Remember to give this video a thumbs up and all full credits goes to the original creators of this video.
It is time for the women's 100 metres, the final track event of the evening. And there's one good reason why they've left it till last, because in lane 5 is one of the great Polish heroines, Ewa Swoboda, former European indoor champion. Posters everywhere, massive posters of her everywhere across the city of Katowice. She's right in the middle of the 9 athletes as well. They've set it up for her. Jenna Prandini, well, she's a great 200-metre runner, has a best of 10.9, the American. Hasn't had a vintage season by her standards. 7th in the London Diamond League before the Games, hasn't raced since then. Natasha Morrison of Jamaica, 11-1 this year, but she's a 10.85 athlete. Bas Bitaye of Gambia, she goes in lane 3, semi-finalist in the Olympic Games at 200 metres. Then Tamari Davis, second in Lausanne and second in Monaco just before the game. She's a very consistent racer as the 21-year-old American. Best of 10.8. Yeah, and there is Swoboda. How they love her. Silver medalist at the World Indoors in Glasgow back in March, behind Julian Alfred. And that wasn't a bad person to lose to, seeing as Alfred went on to become Olympic champion. Marie-Josée Talou Smith of the Côte d'Ivoire, I'm sure she races more than anybody on the whole circuit. A prolific racer, 4th in Lausanne, 11.07. Still in good form, the 35-year-old. Daryl Neta of Great Britain, 4th in the Olympic 100, 5th in the 200. So frustrated with those, although she got a silver from the sprint relay. Tia Clayton, 7th in the Olympic Games, the Jamaican silver medalist, only a youngster, just 20 years old. And Patricia van der Weken of Luxembourg completes the lineup. She's a late addition, I think, because when I travelled here a couple of days ago, I was chatting to a certain Dina Asher-Smith at the airport as we were waiting for our bags. Dina announced yesterday she was pulling out of this meeting. I'm not sure if she's felt a niggle or if she's just not feeling 100%, but Dina flew here to Poland but is not competing tonight. So the meeting record, well, it's a rather impressive one. I'm not sure we'll see an extra one added in this race. 10.66 by Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce of Jamaica a couple of years ago. But 3 Olympic finalists go here. And all eyes on Swoboda in lane 5. There she is, real powerhouse. She's a tremendously quick starter. Look for her to probably lead at halfway and then maybe to get run down. Can she stay ahead, though, to send everyone home on a high? With Mondo, of course, 2 more attempts at that world record in the vault to come. Well, a really good start from Tamari Davis, there, 4th from right. Swoboda's got some running to do here yet. I don't think she's going to win this one. Really good running on the near side, too, from Tia Clayton. Tia Clayton takes it there on the near side, I think. Probably the shortest athlete in the race and the youngest at 20. The Jamaican in lane 8, I think, just nicked that. 10.81. Well, it is super fast. That's the 5th fastest time in the world this year. And for Clayton, it is indeed a new lifetime best by a pretty big chunk. 10.83 she's given, in fact, but it is nonetheless a lifetime best. Swoboda didn't get her usual bullet start from lane 5. Wasn't able to get the blood up for the crowd through the first half at least. But Clayton, well, she's similarly small in stature, but boy, did she hold her form well through the second half and just hung on there because it was really tight, Hannah. I don't think there was a lot in it. Let's have a look at the times. 10.83, 10.83, 10.84 for the first 3.
Well, Serena Cole, she ran so well, didn't she, in that 100 metres. She's going to lead the Jamaican squad off. We're going to have the Clayton sisters, Tina, 100-metre champion. We're going going to have Tia, her sister. Then we're going to have Shericka Hill. She looks one of the hot favourites for the women's 100-metre hurdle titles. That one, of course, is going on tomorrow. Well, we can see from 8, Australia, Italy 7, United States 6, Colombia 5, Jamaica 4, Great Britain 3, Germany 2, Switzerland 1. Well, here we go. This is the women's 4x100 metre final. Look at Jamaica. They've started off well. Let's always look at those baton changes. Well, the Jamaican change is a good one. And America are going pretty well there in lane 6, but this is all about Jamaica. Well, Colombia, oh, they were struggling with that baton a little bit there. Well, it does look like it's Jamaica from the United States, Great Britain and Northern Ireland and Colombia, and a real battle there for the bronze medal. Well, all the batons, oh no, Great Britain, it all went wrong for them on the last change, but it is Jamaica, United States of America in second place, and Colombia, the home team. Well, the whole of the stadium, yet another medal in this World Under-20 Championships.
It's a world record. We have a World Under-20 record broken by the Jamaicans, and virtually nothing went wrong. The 100-metre champion there, Clayton, she had to have a second look at that final baton change, but she still scooted up the home straight to take the gold medal. And when you consider the delays and everything else, what a performance that is. And Colombia, well, they are delighted because they have picked up the bronze medal. Another medal for Colombia at these championships. Two silvers in individual events, and now they have a bronze in the relays.
Well, when you see scenes like this, it's very hard not to smile. We're just hearing that United States in second place. That was a national record for them. Oh my goodness, all the athletes who have come through that US system, who've been on those US teams. The same can be said for Jamaica. For these two squads to be their fastest in history, well, we've seen something quite special here this evening. Well, there you go, that is confirmation. 43.28. Well, the future of sprinting in Jamaica and the United States, it looks in safe hands, doesn't it?
But it is a rather good squad, isn't it? Let's be honest.
Is a good time for a senior squad. That's the sort of time that would get you up there challenging for the medals in the equivalent of the World Championships for seniors. Let me just say that again. That is a good enough time to win a medal at the World Championship.
Won gold in Doha in the 100 metres as well, and here she lines up in an unfamiliar scene for her. She's not a massive kind of indoor athlete, is she? But this is a great place for her to start the season.
She doesn't do a lot of indoors, but again, some athletes, they just choose not to. But the Mommy Rocket, as she calls herself these days, is a phenomenal, incredible athlete, and you know what her start's like, blistering. She'll put everyone under pressure from the get-go, but it'd be nice to see how she gets on, and it's great for the Glasgow crowd to see her.
And Amy Hunt in lane 8 is an athlete with huge potential. She She is the fastest ever 17-year-old, well, she was last year before she turned 18, in the world. That is a title that's held in the men by Usain Bolt. So, of course, the comparisons are there. And she gauged her season and kind of very well last year. Many people thought she might end up going to Doha. She didn't, and she's qualified to go to Cambridge as a student next year. She's got an incredibly bright future on many fronts, but athletics, certainly, Denise.
Very promising youngster, but listen, she's got to learn, she's got to use this experience. She's next to Fraser-Pryce, and so she have to draw on all these experiences to make her a better athlete. This is just the start for her.
Okay, well, let's see how she does in exalted company, Andrew Cotter.
Yes, what a race we have here. What a rarity to have Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce and Muriel Ahuri lining up against each other, alongside each other. That's a gift to Glasgow to have Fraser-Pryce here for her only indoor meeting of the year. So rarely runs indoors, but Amy Hunt goes in lane 8. Again, I think she knows that this is a good test for her, because she said that her 20 to 30 metres, first 20 to 30 metres, the worst part of any race she runs. But anyway, Amma Pippi, the Enfield and Haringey athlete who's been studying in Oklahoma, won over 200 metres in Vienna a fortnight ago, had a good race with Amy Hunt in London over 60 metres last month, a fraction between the two of them. Katarzyna Sokolska of Poland is in lane 2, strong Polish contingent at this meeting. Maja Michalinic of Slovenia made the final of the European Indoors here last year. Good run in Torun in Poland last weekend behind the American Shania Collins. And then the noise that will welcome one of the greatest athletes of all time, twice Olympic champion, 4 times world champion, over 100 metres. Says that Tokyo will be her final Olympics. She's going to double up there over 100 and 200, but she's almost built, designed for 60 metres here. They met in the World Indoors in 2014, where Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce won her only World Indoor title, beating Ahuri into second place. But Ahuri, World Indoor champion in Birmingham 2 years ago. Natasha Morrison of Jamaica, her first indoor race this season. Again, it's just not a well-trodden path from Jamaica to the indoor scene in Europe in the winter, but a strong Jamaican contingent here today. Naomi Sedney of the Netherlands, often a stalwart of the Dutch 4x100 squad, with the likes of Jamila Samuel and Daphne Schippers. And then Amy Hunt, still just 17, enormous potential. European junior title last year. This year's a World Junior Championship year. She's got that to decide on, as well as whether to go to Cambridge or Loughborough. Is it going to be World Junior Championship or Olympics? Again, you have to think perhaps of the long term as well, but she is running world-class times now. 60 metres, not perhaps her strength, though she knows that. It's just a chance here to test her first 20-30 metres against some of the best, and perhaps the very best of all time in women's sprinting. Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce in lane 4, Muriel Ahuri in 5. Ahuri has not lost an indoor race over 60 metres since 2014, when she gave second best to the woman alongside her, Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce, the one in 60 metres. Cleanly away, and Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce is outsmarted of all. Muriel Ahuri is going strongly also, but she can't quite get back there. Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce takes it. 7:16 for the victory, just ahead of Muriel Ahuri. Natasha Morrison was up there as well for third, but Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce gets that victory, a rare victory, a rare defeat rather, for Muriel Ahuri. It's not a rare victory for Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce. She just doesn't race indoors, but when she comes to race indoors over 60 metres, she invariably wins. Ahuri has to give second best again to the great Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce, and again, if it's to be her only indoor race this season, which she says it is, then it's a nice way to do it.
Yeah, this is always interesting, you know, Andrew, when athletes such as Shelly-Ann comes out to decide to run just a one-off race. I'm always interested to see what kind of condition that they're in, and you can imagine right now she's still in that building phase, so she'd be pretty strong in the weights room, and again, that's been demonstrated because she thundered out the blocks. It's what we expected to see and do, but watch this out of the blocks. Good rhythm, isn't she? Hard, straight into that floor. But as I say, there's those little extra technical elements that come over the 100-metre preparation, which you don't really demonstrate over 60. So for me, this is just fantastic to see her here enjoying the indoor running and really showing the crowd of her expertise.
As the contrast, we know that she's a 60-100 sprinter, really. That's where her strength lies. 200, she's very, very good, but perhaps she just starts to get relatively weak. And when you see Hunt again on the replay, you can't see her here, but she was starting to come back into things a little bit. So some are designed for 60s and 100s, and others for
based in Portland, and she did a great job. So thank you.
Okay, so Shelly,
One silver medal. But of course, I have to big up Shant, that's in Kingston, Waterhouse to be exact. She did my colors, all my colors she did them.
Okay, so 1 silver, 1 gold. What's next on your agenda?
The 4x1s, you know, we're really looking forward to it. So we're hoping that the 4 ladies for the heats will have a great run. We're praying that, you know, they carry the stick around, and once they do that and we get to the finals, I'm just praying that we have a good run for that final.
Okay, can you finish your sentence for me? Sometimes I have to.
I don't know.
Shelly, you tweeted this morning 200 meters is a different discipline?
No, yes, so I actually tweeted in Jamaican. Pato. So I said 200 meter is a different kind of running.
Yeah.
Like it's really different from the 100 where you just get up and you just go. But it's so technical, you know, it involves a lot of speed endurance, and you try to run it the best way you can. And I've always said, listen, I just go from the start, and wherever it pops, you know, and I'm glad that I was able to come away with a silver medal today.
What influenced your choice of color for a race?
It just depends on how I feel in the morning. So I try them on and I'm like, oh yeah, I'm feeling this one, or oh, I'm not feeling it. But the brighter, the better.
A friend of mine in Ghana named the daughter after you. Your reaction to that?
Oh wow, now I feel like Beyonce. Because I know a lot of people name their kids after Beyonce and Rihanna, so now I feel like a superstar. So yeah, thank you. Hi, Shelly.
A season's best, how's that feel?
It's good, you know, what more could you ask for? You know, 200 is not my, as I said, not my favorite event, but it has been an event that challenges me, and this is my fourth, fifth. I ran 200 before, and then I did it at my national championship, and I did it today. So I'm grateful that I was able to come away with a season best and a silver medal.
Because of your performance here, everyone is expecting the world record to go down in the relays. We expect the same in Tokyo. It didn't quite happen.
Yeah,
have
exactly.
Have you guys been practicing differently? Or
honestly, that's the only, if I'm being honest, which I always am, we don't do a lot of practice with relays in Jamaica, which I think is, it's a downfall for us. I definitely think if we had time to have relay camps, then we'd be better at, you know, the 4x1s. But we have to do what we have to do, and you know, tomorrow when the ladies come out, they've been practicing, so we're just hoping that the 4 ladies can have a good run and carry the stick around, and we just pray to God when the finals come, we'll have a blistering run. If we're gonna have Shericka on the, I'm not telling you what leg she's running, it's a secret. So,
be patient.
So Shericka is there with that 21.4. Listen, it's over.
We love you. Take care.
So I had them colored in Jamaica by my hairstylist Shans, and then I come here and then I just find some stylist somewhere to just install them. Sometimes I go on Instagram and I look and I get someone and they install it for me. Yeah. Nice. Thank you.
Do you have any words for your son for science today?
Yeah, I'm grateful to be able to have him here in the stands. And one day when he's older and he will look back at these moments and he'll understand how much he gave me strength and courage to just do the best that I can do for him to see that anything is possible once he believes and he works hard.
Why is shut off? Distractions, but that's certainly a lot better. And again, one of the main courses. We've seen some big PBs so far.
So here we go in lane number 1, Brianna Williams.
Yeah, youngest ever Olympic medalist for Jamaica. With the 4x1, got gold in Tokyo, the double world junior champion back in 2018.
Lane 2, Sasha Lee Forbes representing Sprint Tech.
Yes, Sasha Lee Forbes, a big star for Sprint Tech, trains with Maurice Wilson, has done 10.96 rather, 11.03 in the heats. She's ready for a big final.
Lane 3, a massive personal best in the semi-final, Tia Clayton from MVP Track Club.
Yeah, she is stupendous, 10.86. No 19-year-old in Jamaica's history has gone faster, and she shows up in big form.
With her sister, her twin sister, cheering her on from the sidelines.
In lane 4, one of the big guns in world athletics, Shericka Jackson.
10:65. She's the third fastest Jamaican woman in history. She's the defending champion and has gotten the silver medal last year in Budapest. Shericka Jackson, the superstar, ready to defend her national championships.
Yeah, Kemba Nelson.
Lane 5, Kemba Nelson, represented elite.
Yeah, 10:88. And so much has been said about her and her form, but she has shown up here and made the national championship final. Once again, she will run from lane number 5.
In lane number 6, I'll just say Shelly and Fraser-Pryce for me.
Born on the 27th day of December, 1986. That makes her all of 37 years old. She'll be 38 years old this December, 2 days after Christmas. She has won 3 Olympic Games, 10 World Championships, 4 Olympic silver medals, 5 times Diamond League final winner, the greatest of all times at 100 meters.
In lane 7, also from MVP track, Natasha Morrison.
No, Natasha, there's no party without her. She always finds herself in the mix. She World Championship finalist back in 2015.
And rounding out the field from Nike, Alana Reid.
She trains with Shakira Richardson and the top 3 girls who finished 1, 2, 3 at the U.S. Trials this year. She is Jamaica's national junior record holder at 10:92. This is spectacular. A spectacular field that Jamaica delivers. The fastest Jamaican this year, though, 10:86. Tia Clayton, focused, standing beside her training partner, Shericka Jackson.
Shelly and Fraser-Pryce on screen. The storied competitor.
On your marks.
Woman that has given hope to so many with her resilience and her dedication. She lines up one more time with a fantastic feel to her left and to her right.
Brace yourselves for this now. It can't get any better. If it gets any better, then only a fit Elaine Thompson-Herah would have been added to this classy lineup. Women's 100-meter final. Great anticipation around the National Stadium.
Set.
And across the globe. Set. Bang! Away they go. Kemba Nelson, Fraser-Pryce got an excellent start. Tia Clayton is running the race of her life. Shericka Jackson turns on the afterburners now. Spectacular performance. 10.79 the flash time. Shericka Jackson, big performance on the big occasion.
But what she needs here is very similar to the script that she needed for the 100. Have a better start and turn than she did in the semifinals, and then she's got to set a personal best just to contend with this field, because behind her, she has the fastest woman this year in Gabby Thomas, and 2 behind her, she has Julian Alfred, who is also dangerous. She's the NCAA champion, and she has a faster personal best. And that's before we talk about the fastest woman alive at 200, Shericka Jackson, who will be behind them all in lane 6.
Hey, Son, how about this as we look at Gabby Thomas of the United States? The U.S. women have not won a world championship at 200 meters since the great Allyson Felix in 2009.
That blows my mind to think of that stat.
It surprised me too.
That blows my mind. And Otto, you have kind of convinced me that Gabby Thomas could be a co-favorite in this event. She has the perfect lane draw out in lane 8. She can chase Shakira, the weakest part of her race. She's going to be able to chase the world champion and then get on the straightaway quicker than anybody else and go to her strength, the final 100 meters. So could tonight be the night that the... And go to her strength, the final 100 meters. So could tonight be the night that the Team USA is restored as champion? We'll see.
I just feel like Gabby Thomas has not been challenged so far in a big race. You blew away U.S. Nationals, but this one on your screen is the favorite for a reason. 21-4, disappointed in the 100. She has everything to run for here. And only Gabby Thomas has run faster this year at 200 meters.
And make no mistake about it.
She's at 6. Yeah, she can see everybody in front of her.
29-year-old Jamaican wants a little bit of revenge on that woman right there, Shakira Richardson, because Shericka Jackson thought For a second, she had won the World 100-meter title. It didn't happen. She was shocked by Richardson. Here's Gabby Thomas. As Sonia told us, she's got fresh legs. No 100 for her.
Here's the NCAA champion, Alfred. Does she have one more big race in her?
Darren Neater of Great Britain.
After making the Olympic 100 final, now she's made a world final.
This is Dina Asher-Smith, her teammate who reigned supreme in 2019, but has had injury issues since. She was only 8th in the 100, so what can she do here? And also rounding out the field there, that's Mary Jose Talu. I mean, a picture of consistency, guys. She's been one of the best female sprinters in the world for over a decade. Unfortunately, was in that 4th spot again in the 100 meters, and a tough lane draw for her there in lane 2.
One thing is for sure, I feel like the medals are going to come from the outside lanes.
We keep saying it, we haven't had a bad final yet in the field event or on the track, and this is guaranteed to be another buzzworthy performance.
The two American women are side by side in lanes 8 and 9. Gabby Thomas in 8, and right here, Sha'Carri Richardson, the 100-meter world champion in 9. Champion in 9. Women's 200 final away.
Shericka Jackson, Sha'Carri Richardson on the outside has already been passed. Here comes the world champion Jackson.
Shericka Jackson into the home straight. She has put her stamp on this event. She's going to go back-to-back for Jamaica. The person's finally 9, and she crosses in 21:41. Wow! There's a meet record.
She is getting closer to FloJo's world record. She is now just 700ths of a second away as Gabby Thomas gets the silver and Sha'Carri hands on for her 2nd medal at these Worlds.
That wasn't even close, Otto, and I could tell the way that she ran the 100, she was in the middle of the track, all of her chief competition in front of her, she executed to perfection. We just witnessed the 2nd fastest time ever run, and it was at a World Championship final. Oh my goodness, just phenomenal running for these women.
Look at Gabby Thomas, her mouth is wide open, she can't believe it. It's Jamaica, the United States, and 0.4 of a second in sprinting is a mile.
That is as big
of a
margin of victory as you will see in a sprint event in history at these World Championships. We'll crunch the numbers, but wow, for a race that we thought, well, maybe somebody gets close, no contest, Jackson by a mile.
And that's the last time you convinced me to change my favorite. Shericka Jackson looked amazing, but Otto, you also called it. Sha'Carri Richardson would need to run a personal best, and she did, and she got a bronze medal. So she's leaving here with a gold and a bronze. This is a phenomenal first World Championship for the young superstar.
So here's another look. Shericka Jackson 4th from the left.
Ready to finish off the second to last night under the lights here in Budapest with the women's 4x100 meter relay, and let's meet Team USA.
The United States making 2 changes from the semifinals, and they're the final 2. Sha'Carri Richardson will anchor. Gabby Thomas will run 3rd. The first half stays intact. Tamari Davis, just 20, making her debut for the United States. And TT Terry down the back stretch. You'll remember she anchored the winners last year in Eugene when they upset the Jamaicans.
It has been a real rivalry, a legit rivalry, back and forth over the years between the US and Jamaica.
How much of a rivalry is it? You have to go back to 2003 to find the last time that a team not Jamaica or the United States won this event at Worlds. That's a full 20 years, just USA and Jamaica trading the titles back and forth.
And that was France, and France do not have a team in this final.
So Tamari Davis, as well as she ran in the semifinals, I knew there was no danger. She was getting subbed out. She's a youngster, so you give her the least to do. The only thing she has to do is pass. There's TT. She anchored, as I said, last year and held off the hard-charging Shericka Jackson of Jamaica. Gabby Thomas, who got the silver in the 200 meters last evening, she'll handle the 3rd leg. And then the world 100-meter champion and 200-meter bronze medalist from this meet, Sha'Carri Richardson, will bring it home. And who will she be anchoring against? Shericka Jackson of Jamaica.
So Sha'Carri got the better of Shericka in the 100. Shericka got the better of the world in the 200. Shericka left everybody behind. So the US and Jamaican teams are just rock solid. Morrison, Fraser-Pryce, Forbes and Jackson, the Jamaican quartet.
It may be, Lee, that this is the last time that we will see Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce at Worlds. She'll run the backstretch. I told you yesterday, she's run every leg for Jamaica. Sasha Lee Forbes on third, and we already told you the anchor. 21:41 last night to scare Florence Griffith Joyner's world record. Shericka Jackson will be counted on yet again to anchor the Jamaicans home.
Here's Shericka, and while she is basking in the glory of these World Championships, she will tell you what an honor it has been and still is to run on the same team as Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce. Shelly-Ann has told us that Paris more than likely will be her last Olympics. These will be her last World Championships. She'll be 37 in Paris. So it's going to be the end. We're in the twilight of this incredible career for the three-time Olympic champion, 8-time Olympic medalist. And here at the World Championships, she's won 15 world medals, 10 of them gold, entering this race now.
And this British team that will start in lane 8 is weakened severely. You see the name you don't see on the left there? Dina Asher-Smith. So it's a good team, but I don't know if this British team is capable of challenging Jamaica and the United States if they don't make any mistakes, just because they don't have the horsepower. Darrell Need has had a phenomenal World Championships. There she is, she'll anchor, setting a personal best in the 200 and finishing 5th last evening.
Marie-Josée Tallou is on the Ivory Coast team, as you would imagine.
That's a team to watch as well. They ran well, second in their heat.
Lieke Klaver for the Netherlands and Nadine Visser. Germany
against Jamaica, side by side. The 100-meter champion against the 200-meter champion. Richardson, Jackson. She's closing, but not fast enough. It's gold for the Americans. Redemption. Brilliant performance. Absolutely superb. They have done the double. They've rounded off the penultimate night exactly as they said they would.
Guess what you call that? A good team.
Let's go around the track one more time with Team USA. Whoa! So Tamari Davis ran all the way up on TT Terry. Jamaica was already gone, but TT did a good job of holding her own against Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce. The United States was very much still in it. Gabby Thomas, with her hand back, she looks back for the stick. Jamaica's already gone, but Gabby Thomas on the inside lane had a tighter turn to run. So Sha'Carri Richardson got the baton at the same time, but she was further out in the zone. So she had to handle somebody who is not easy to handle on an anchor leg. And it really was no contest. It wasn't like Shericka dipped into the lead or made it a race. The lead that Sha'Carri got, she held, and that is not easy to do, trust me, against Shericka Jackson. Ask TT Terry, who probably lost about 8.
So I was trying to stay still and kind of replicate what I did yesterday. Okay, it wasn't exactly like yesterday, but I was there.
And how about this baton pass to TT? She got it.
Yeah, and we just made it work. She slowed down. I got it into her hand before we went out the zone, and she was moving. She got it to Gabby.
You gonna let TT talk?
Hello guys, welcome back. I hope you have watched the full speed queens from our sisters from Jamaica, Tia Clinton and Shericka Jackson. That was a race to watch. I have bring this race to this channel so that most of Jamaican can know that the world can know that Jamaica, being the most loved country across all over the world, being the most tropic country, people are moving to Jamaica. Race is track and field is the main contributor of the Jamaican's history, because when you come in terms of track and field, Jamaica has been winning, and that's why Usain Bolt started this journey by raising the flag of Jamaica so high, and that record is still standing. And that's why Jamaica has the DNA of track and field. When you just see a Jamaica in any track and field, just prepare a medal to him or her. And that's why Jamaicans consistently has been winning these short races for over 50 years. And the only country that's mostly tried so that they can come behind Jamaica is the United States. United States is the only country that is mostly tried to compete with Jamaica, but in so many occasions Jamaica has been consistently winning these races. And I like how Jamaicans normally participate in these races, and they must come out and give us the hidden secret, because Jamaica has been just a small island, but producing a world fastest man in earth is not easy. Imagine a country of 2.8 million producing the world. You can imagine if this country has maybe a population of Asia like China or whatever, it be the earth beside that. And that's why I really love how Jamaicans really coming out and support their team, because you'll find that when you find a Jamaica going to any track and field, their fans always coming up and cheer their team. And that's why the people that is making Jamaica to put Jamaica on a map, on a record, is Jamaicans themselves, because each and every country you will find a Jamaica. And one thing that when you just want to know this is a Jamaican, it's all about confidence. So Jamaica, they are the most confidential people, and that's why you seen that crowd cheering how Tia Clinton, Shericka Jackson are coming out and defending their trophy, lifting the medals, lifting the flag of Jamaica so high. That is how Jamaica has been performing since over 50 years. So it's this race, it's on in DNA. That's why you have seen the Tia Clinton in that 4 relay, they destroyed everyone in the field. And also you have seen Shericka Jackson coming out and really defend the Sha'Carri Richardson. And also we have seen on those 100 meters Shericka Jackson coming out and taking the first position. And that's how really Jamaica has been performing. You cannot underestimate Jamaica, you cannot underrate Jamaica in any track and field. That is just prepare a medal to them. And Jamaica, somebody may say, Tim Tracy, oh, you normally talk too much about Jamaica. And this Jamaica, they were destroyed by the United States during the Tokyo Olympic or whatever, Paris. And I said that Jamaica has been winning these races for over 50 years, and the only country that is maybe try to come behind Jamaica, because United States like to compete with Jamaica, and in many occasions Jamaica has been winning, but in a few occasions United States normally win. So I cannot underrate United States. And when you just somebody like Usain Bolt told the world that when you start a race, aim at the end. And that's why most of the Jamaican track and field, they normally aim at the end. And that's why you now see the upcoming athletics like the twin sisters. So imagine a country having a twin sisters running, and also and whatever, and they are the youngest, and that's how the Jamaica is behaving. So guys, let's interact more in comment section about that race and how you really view the Jamaica, because Jamaica has been so many consistent in winning these races for over 50 years. So if you like this race, give this video a thumbs up and leave a comment. Bye for now, see you next.